Okay, welcome back to another episode of Unpacking with Jennifer Satel.
Welcome back to another episode of Unpacking with Jennifer Satel. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so you get notifications when a new episode drops.
Perfect. You did it. You nailed it. You nailed it. Guys, welcome back. I'm very excited to be here with my guest. As you know, I say this all the time. I love having guests and I love talking to people that I love and I love talking to friends and I love all of these things. And today we have Whitney. Whitney. And she's been on before, but now, well, first of all, we have video. And second of all, we could talk for years.
Literally.
Top of the morning to you, laddie. So I want to start with that because I think last time we talked about it after, like, that was a moment where I made Mike fucking laugh his ass off too. Didn't I? Or you did? Maybe you told him.
We all did. But like, I said it to Mike and he just looked at me and I was like, let me have Jennifer tell you because I'm going to murder the story. And then you told him and I don't think we've laughed that hard.
So I was at a client's law office helping out. And like the next day I went to Whitney. So I was like, oh my God, I have this funny story. So there was this guy there. And for some reason, you know how like one person in an office like gravitates to you, like you come in and he's like, you know, he's, hi, how are you? Oh, do you need any help? He's doing all this stuff, whatever. But he had like a fedora on and he was like with a t-shirt and a fedora and like, you know, whatever. And he had a little bit of an accent, but it was like maybe Spanish or, you know, some kind of Latin. And anyways, the next day I go, so I went there like 3 days in a row. So the next day I go there and I'm like, oh, you know, let's just say his name was Bob. It wasn't, but
we'll call him Bob.
Good morning, Bob. And he's like, oh, good morning, Jennifer. And I'm like, top of the morning to you. And I put my leg, like I did this like little leg kick and I did like the little like leprechaun hat. And as I'm walking away, so I'm telling Whitney, I'm like, he's like Latin. And I'm like, top of the morning to you, laddie.
Yeah. You think I don't use that?
And I'm like, and I walked away like, what a fucking idiot. You know, you just, and he's like, hi, but I was telling Whitney and she was dead. Then the next day I see Whitney and then I tell her husband, cause she's like, tell Mike the story. Cause I did it, it kind of dropped.
Yeah.
And I mean, cause I did this like leg thing. And
you gotta stand up and do the leg thing.
I can't stand up when I'm here because it'll be like a big thing.
Well, we'll cut that part out.
But we laughed so hard. So every time we see each other, we're like, top of the morning to you, laddie.
And you got to do the leg wiggle.
It's like a little leg shit. It's the funniest shit ever. And I'm like, this guy's from like Colombia.
And it's so catchy. Like once I heard you say it, like I started, like for my kids for 3 days, I was like, top of the morning, see you, laddie. And they just look at me like I'm retarded. And I was like, I'm laughing.
We're laughing. It's all that matters as long as we're laughing.
Exactly.
That shit was funny.
That was hilarious.
We laughed for days.
Because it was. And you meant it when you said it to this guy, but you prefaced it with like such a longer story that it was even more hilarious.
I know. And everyone's like, is it long story short or short story long? And I'm like, the thing is I like to tell a story when I think it's worth it.
Fully and completely.
Is so that you feel like you're there.
Yes.
Or like you know exactly. And I know sometimes they're like long-winded and I'm long-winded. But that shit was funny.
With you, I've realized sometimes I'm like, okay, like, all right, let's get there. With you, it's always worth it. Like when you come full circle. For real, when your stories come full circle, I'm always like, oh, like all that was necessary. It builds it up, and then you're like, I got there. I'll say
to you, like, I'm gonna tell you this in a nutshell, and then it's like the longest nutshell in the world.
I'm not gonna lie, your nutshells get a little large. you have big nuts.
Oh my God, there's seriously, it's like 27 minutes. She's like, get to the punchline, and this one has, you know, her attention is a little wild.
ADHD is not a joke. It's a thing. It's real.
It is real. And
attention deficit squirrel.
Shiny object. I'm in. One of the things that I joke with her as I help her, and I've helped her in her home, is I'd be like, let me reel you back in. But I see this a lot, and it's real. It's real. You are hilarious. You're so sweet. You're so kind. But sometimes I literally have to get a fishing line and reel her back into the room.
And that's why I need you in my life.
Yeah. Right?
No, it's a thing. And I understand. But when you do, I'm so grateful. And I'm like, hallelujah, thank goodness you're here.
Yeah. And no, it's so funny because, I see it different versions of it in much stronger nowadays, even than when I first started.
And I love it when you tell me about that kind of stuff because it does help me. You're kind of like a therapist on the side. Like you should get like double salary. I mean, Honestly, you wear a lot of
should.
hats and not just the top of the morning laddie one.
Not just the little top hat there, laddie. One of the things, but I always try to tell you because I'm like, you're not alone. Just so you know, like because she's like, oh my God, I know I'm all over the place, or oh my God, da da da. And I was just like, that's one thing that I'm like, you're not alone, dude. It's fine. It's totally fine. And it's amazing talking to you. You're such a great person. But sometimes I do have to reel you in. Oh. And I haven't worked with you in a while because we had a couple changes in our thing.
I know.
But I want to ask you, are you still doing your permanent jewelry?
I am.
Yeah. Have you done a big push for it? Have you done a big hootenanny?
Not a big hootenanny, not quite yet. However, that is a thing. What it is, it's not arc welding. It's a micro. It's a TIG welder, okay? But I learned how to do it really well. Maybe we should go into my work situation. So I was working somewhere before, but long story short, in a nutshell.
Short story long.
Short story long. I do know how to use my micro welder. That's the moneymaker for permanent jewelry because, I do the little zap and it, now I have no, don't know if you can see that, but now there's no clasp. Or I can make it with a clasp or with a magnet or however you want it, I can make it. Okay. I put it all together for you, perfectly fitted to the size. And I've done it on lots of my friends and I've had a few appointments and that's really great. But I did have a full-time job because of my certain situations. And so that was short-lived though, because come to find out, there's still sexist men in the
work environment.
I think as nice and as good at business they may seem, come to find out, there is still sexism out there. Because I know what I'm doing with my my welder. I do. I've gotten to know it very well. And you have to have argon gas, makes your welds not brittle. If you expose them to air and oxygen only, then your weld will be brittle. It'll crack. It'll break. And it's not going to last. So any permanent jeweler that doesn't have a big thing of gas underneath their table, don't go there. Don't give them money because you're getting ripped off and it's going to fall off.
Which I'm starting ever since you told me about this a couple years ago that you did it, and then I've seen your shop or your studio and all of that. What's funny is now I'm starting to see those permanent places pop up in actual locations.
I know. See, the good thing is I don't have a lot of overhead, so it's I can keep costs so people
That's
can afford
what I'm thinking.
them.
You really, some of these places, where was I? And it was the mall that I was at,
But the overhead they have, I can't imagine. And for the price of gold right now on top of that and silver, I can't. I don't know what people are paying there, and I don't I think it should be fun, not painful.
Yeah, you're I have to sell 727 a day, an hour,
Yeah,
and where was I? But anyways, I walked in and first of all, I was surprised that I saw one, not just a little cart or just, kind of online, but this was an actual, and it was decent size. It wasn't just a little.
There's a huge one in New York on prime property. I think it's called Catbird, but I don't know how they're. Good for them.
Good for them. They have their shit money, whatever. So you're doing that.
So
tell me back about the.
Yeah. So again, I'm and if you ever need any permanent jewelry, come over. Give me a call. It's by appointment only currently, but I do have a website. They finally let go of my website. The place I went to web.com. Never input your domain into any website, by the way, without making sure it's legitimate. So I went on GoDaddy. They finally released it 4 years later. Finally got it back. So it's everlastingbywhitney.com.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Go there. It's pretty and it's mine now.
I have GoDaddy too.
Yay. GoDaddy. So that's what I said. But so
you're sexist.
Yeah. Oh no. I know. It's not ideal. I'm not going to say where it was.
You don't need to say it. Yeah.
It was working with firearms.
Mm-hmm.
However, they were going to be getting this. They had argon gas when I was leaving the shop one day, and I was like, "Why do you guys have argon gas?" Because I use that with my. And what do they need it for? That's weird. And they're like, "Oh, we got this welder. We don't know how to use it yet, but we're going to use it to do welds to lengthen the barrels on certain California compliant firearms." Okay. Perfect. So I did some research into it and I was like, oh my gosh, I could do this. This is so easy. This is fantastic. In fact, my welder would probably do it, but cool. So they had the machine and they didn't clearly know how to use it, but I was kind of going to show, I just wanted to see how, just kind of check it out maybe. And they kind of jokingly said one day, oh, maybe we got a backup welder. And they were kind of joking around, which is fine. But I was there, I really was excited to learn about this. And if I was a business owner, which I am, but I would be stoked if I had a client that was excited to learn and excited to be there and wanting to know more. You know what I mean? I mean, I think that's an asset personally. I mean, clearly not everybody, because I have, different hair length and genitalia. So apparently, yeah.
Apparently.
I can't get over that. It blew my mind. But
So what happened?
So I was trying to be in there with the welds, and I had a hand by my back and took me by my wrist and kind of walked me out of the room, where I was like, oh, can I just watch? He's going to do it for the first time. I was like, I just want to see how he does. Cool. And he's like, oh, you should look right at it. I'm like, no, I know you don't do that. Thank you. Mine automatically darkens because I have a really nice machine. But I understand I don't have a helmet and I can close my eyes for the flash. I understand. Thank you. But he literally escorted me out. And then I kind of was like, I don't know. I felt really off that day. And so I went to the office, my boss's office, and I was like, so, I'm sorry. Is it a work safety thing? And he's like, no, I was like, is it? So do you have a problem with that if I would learn that? Wouldn't you want everybody to kind of learn more? It basically ended up at one point me just asking, and stating something that I'm not just a pretty face. I know things and I'm really good at certain things, that I was explaining to him how things are. And I explained the welding to the one guy who I could tell was clueless. And talking to him about the different, anyways. And I was just so offended when literally the man's face was so smug when he said, no,
oh.
He said, I've never seen his face like this.
It's in a movie or a show or something.
It
old
should
school,
be a meme
Carol
of
Burnett or something.
Yes, and I literally was I'm in the Twilight Zone. And then I realized he was not, he's no, you're not more than that. And in my face, I was I started laughing because I was gonna.
Because you thought he was kidding, probably.
For a second, and then I was like, and then it registered in my brain what he's trying to say to me right now. And in my head, the show Friends popped in my head, where Rachel Green says, "I do not need this job that bad," and that's literally. And I was in my head, that's what I thought, and I was like,
"Did you leave?"
I laughed my way out the back door, slammed it, and just kept walking to my car. And I may or may not have given the camera the bird on my way out.
And then you texted him and said,
no, I didn't say anything. I just laughed and I left, and I've never been back. And he texted me a week and a half later. He's like, hey, you haven't been to work. I'm just wondering if you're okay. And I was like, I'm good. Thank you so much for asking.
My pretty face is
Thank you so much for asking. And he was like, well, if you're not going to come, if I don't hear from you by the end of it, he was in the same message, but I was just wondering, I was like, thank you so much for asking. But no, unfortunately, I see we have some conflicting viewpoints, and no, I'm not going to be
Did you
back
say
in.
that?
I said we have some
Did he say anything?
He's like, oh, well, that's a bummer. I'm really bummed out. You're welcome back here anytime. And I was like, oh, thanks. I didn't actually respond to that at all.
Oh my God. First of all, I hate when people say something's a bummer because we're not 5.
Oh, that's such a big bummer. Is it a bummer? Because now you don't have me there, who, by the way, I got more compliments. I'm not trying to be full of myself, but I've even had some of the people that came in there, being you seem to be pretty good at your job. Why are you here? You know what I mean? Why are you at a little tiny desk job? Clearly you're a competent human, believe it or not, ADHD and all. I'm friendly. I'm nice. It was a nice breath of fresh air in a male dominated environment where they're all kind of serious and they're not always overly friendly. The women that came in there, I always made friends with. I literally know them by first name. I had a lot of people call and ask for me.
You worked there for a hot minute though, right?
I did. I learned a lot of laws and I learned a lot of interesting things about a lot of firearms.
How long did you work there?
Since October, November, December, January, March.
That's a while.
At least 6 months.
I remember you telling me, and I was like, "Oh wow!"
And for the time I was there, I did learn a lot. And
yeah, it's just it's part of the journey. I always say that it's part of the journey.
Things happen for a reason.
You also learn that sometimes men have not changed. What is it? Oh, the leopard doesn't change his spots or whatever they say.
But I was like, anyways, we won't talk about that. But his poor wife. Anyways, is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
I didn't think sexism was a thing anymore.
He already knew it's what he thought, but he thought he was probably being funny.
But I forgot the one part where in the conversation just leading up to me getting that response from him, at one point I said something about, so would you be because I was like, oh my gosh, he's totally emasculated by the fact that I know how to use this machine, is the total vibe I got. And I'm pretty good reader of people. And he said, I kid you not, quote, I know how to use all the machines at one point. And I seriously, that's when I kind of laughed and I was like, And I thought it was kind of going well, but I mean, I was like, I'm going to piss him off. But so again, it was just little things here, and then it just led up to me saying, not just pretty face, like judging by his commentary, and oh my gosh, that face
yes,
I will never forget. Yeah, and he's like, no, you're
and like he didn't read that.
You're not more than a pretty face.
Yeah,
and I was just like,
and he didn't read that when you didn't show up back to work, like
right. And I walked out, which I've never walked out, like except for when we're closing, and
except when I have to because it's closed.
Right, because I have to clock out, and I didn't even clock out. I just walked. Like I couldn't even stop and like look at my other coworker guys because I'm like, they're all guys, and you know what? Anyways, moving along.
Yes. And so now you're working on what?
My life.
My God.
What are you working on?
Day one of birth.
But to be honest, I'm working on being a 40-year-old female, living here in Southern California, and I'm having to reinvent herself. All of a sudden here now with a 10-year-old child and an amazing stepson and
a husband who's addicted
to golf.
Are you
no, not right now because Jets and flag football and so we kind of stopped and then we haven't.
I haven't heard Jet's name is why obviously, but
so she didn't have days that were available to us at that time,
she's pretty busy
and he's doing piano.
No. So yeah, but reinventing yourself is not a bad thing. It's a great thing actually. For me, it is. I love change though. I hate status quo.
And I loved learning, but I'm not, I guess maybe I am. I just didn't foresee having to change. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like I never saw this coming. I in my head, you know how you always think things will be a certain way? And I pictured my life like, okay, I'm going to be the stay-at-home mom because that's what he wants. And you know what? I was barely good at taking care of myself, but I got really good at being a mom. I'm a good mom and I'm a fun aunt. And sometimes I don't give myself enough credit for that.
You're fun.
I am fun.
And some of the stuff you do, I would never do that. You're like, I had 17 girls over and we were doing this.
That's
and I'm
funny
like,
you say that. So Friday I was with all the girls in my church group. They all came to the park. Yeah, at the park, and we had the funnest activity doing chalk obstacle courses at the park. And then I had 5 boys over at my house all weekend.
Rusty nails in my eyes.
I'm a lot of fun. I put Orbeez on the trampoline. I'm the crazy.
You're fun. You're fun. And you do sell yourself short. You're a great mom. You're fun.
Thank you. Sometimes I forget that.
And great. Yeah, you do. And that's okay though. I think we all are just hard on ourselves, but you are. You're
Is
fun.
Everybody their own harshest critic? Because I know I am.
Yeah, I have guilt. I had guilt about going to Hawaii.
Now that's fascinating to me.
I have so much guilt. And I think I've always had a little bit of guilt, but ever since Charlotte, even if I'm like, we really can't go to that birthday party, maybe we don't want to go to that birthday party because maybe she's kind of having a bad day and I don't want to say, or maybe she's not feeling good or whatever. Even if I'm like, hey, Charlotte's not really feeling good. I don't want to go and like get anybody sick. I'm not really sure. I think about it for like 2 days. Like not so much now, but when she was a little bit younger, I feel so guilty because I also know what it's like. I always feel about like, well, they thought I was coming and they probably bought food for me or for Charlotte. And
then you feel
start
like
getting
you're
in
rude.
that hole and you don't want to be rude. And then you never invite, Charlotte never gets invited again.
Oh, I know, right?
And then you owe an explanation, which if you listen to my podcast, because I know you do, I am the worst liar in the world. I cannot lie.
I've already known that. I didn't need to listen to the podcast.
I'm the worst liar. I mean,
but that's a good quality, I think.
It is a very good quality, but I got to tell you, there's been a couple where you just want to be like, this is like such a white lie. And I make it so, because I get stammery and I'm like, and then you're like, this isn't fucking lie. This is terrible. And they're not going to believe it because I offer too much information in my lie.
I know. See, I'm the over-explainer of the world. And I'm reading a book on that right now, by the way. Yeah, it's called The Smart Brevity, and it's like about like saying more with less. Something I need to learn a lot about.
Yeah, me too. I know I do. I mean,
you're a hoot. That's right.
I mean, I'm kind of funny. I'm a terrible liar. I have guilt. I felt really guilty. I've been really, really, really busy.
That's
more
good
so,
though, right?
Yeah, and no. I was doing the Pilates certification to teach. But I'm going to be honest, and I'm saying this on here because honest. So I did the like the book part, and some practicing on how to do like your session, so teaching. Mm-hmm. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, as much as I love it and it's changed my life, and it's not cheap to do this.
I believe it.
I actually might not finish it because I don't feel it's something that I want to do right now. And I don't know that there ever would have been a good time. But when I thought about teaching, I'm like, when would I do that? Honestly, when?
I mean, so I mean, I could see why you would want to because you're clearly, killing it and amazing at it. And life goals for me. Love that, by the way.
You
But
still haven't gone with me to my one class. When I'm like, come with me to the $10 class.
I would love to. Tell me when to go. I'm
I tell you
dying
all
to
the
work
time.
out.
17 years I've been telling you.
You've never
We've
told
only
me
known each
when
other for
or
like
where.
4, but
You've
17
never
years.
told me when or where. If people don't tell me when or where, I can't be there.
Details, schmetails.
Okay, necessary for arrival.
But yeah, I've been doing. While I was in Hawaii, because every morning I got up at 5, like between 4:15 and 4:30, which is
In the morning?
Yeah, because you're 3 hours behind. So it's like when
Oh,
I
that's
normally
true.
get up at 5 in the morning. I don't want to. Believe me when I say this. I don't want to.
Oh, you're blessed.
Also, so I would watch the sunrise every day and sunset every day, which was amazing. Which I've never. I mean, tell me.
That's my favorite thing.
Because we were sick. I mean, like from me to you was how close we were to the sand.
I love this.
Open the door, boom. And so it was really great. And me and a couple of the other girls who got up that early, we would text each other and be down there.
See,
and
I kind of like to be there alone for a little
we
while.
were,
but
we
I love that you were together.
yeah,
too.
I mean, we weren't really talking in the beginning, and then after we kind of, took some great people, like, look at this, is so amazing, and then we kind of chit chat a little bit. It was really
it's you and your
because
friends.
they were like drinking their coffee. I don't drink coffee, but they were like drinking their coffee, and I was just like watching it, and I'm like, this is amazing. But I did a lot of thinking there, and I was kind of like. Like I'd go up to the room and just kind of like, before I change or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know that I'm a Pilates teacher.
But I'm glad you came to that realization. And it's okay that you started and realized that.
It's very
better
expensive.
Than, it's better than finishing it and putting all this time and energy and effort into it and then realizing it, like after you've taught your first class that you didn't have time for. Like, you know what I mean? Just be thankful you realized it now and be thankful that you are trying, new things. And you're venturing out. That's okay. Good for you.
And I don't know that I'm 100% calling time a death yet, but
it's just not right now.
I will say that I still haven't got certified though. That's the thing. So do I, I'm kind of like, do I just say, I don't have the bandwidth to do this right now? Like I do not. I have 500 things going on.
Good
and
descriptive
I'm
words.
super busy with work. And obviously that's my bread and butter. So obviously,
unfortunately, we have to,
we have to go. If I played the lottery and could win the lottery, because I played, different story. But right now, and I love what I do, and I love helping the people, so it's like that's my happy place.
And we people need you. The people need you. I'm not joking. That's the thing.
I mean, it's just so I'm kind of in this weird like. I did the book part, but I didn't do any of the practical part where you start doing the demo classes and stuff like that, and I didn't do that yet, but
I feel like does that come naturally to you, or is there a lot to learn?
There's a lot to learn.
Really? That's interesting.
I thought I would go in. That was the one thing I said, literally the first week. I said, wow, I can't believe how just jacked my thoughts were. I thought because I took all the classes and when I would take a class, most of the time I knew like the next moves. I'd listen and go to the next moves. I guess I just didn't really pay attention to how much they talk and how much you have to say and know
Well, you have to tell people how to do it for their body. You have to say if this is too hard, then you have to tell them the regressions,
all these things and breathe in, exhale, blah, all this stuff, and it's great. And I love Pilates, but I don't know that I love.
I do love that they're teaching you all that because when I work out, I know that. See, I need the reminders of like, oh, tighten your core because I'm like, oh yeah, that thing I'm supposed to be engaging. Oh yeah,
the thing that's supposed to give me a better stomach. So that's been kind of interesting. I had a lot of soul searching there on a few things, but that was one of them.
I love that. Well, good for you for trying all the things. And again, let me know when to wear because I really do want to go.
No, and well, the other thing is I think too, but I can't talk about it, but I got in a car accident at the end of October.
Oh, I could talk about some car accidents.
Yeah, I got in a car accident at the end of October, so a lot of my actual Pilates work, my own going, I have not been going because I have a lot of stuff going on. But I can't really talk about it.
No, but you've missed your Pilates classes.
Yeah, not 2 a day.
You don't do 2 a day?
I haven't really gone in like 3 months.
What? Are you okay?
No.
I didn't know.
No, my body got a little jacked, so we had to take a pause, and that's all I can say.
Oh, okay. We're not going there. Yeah. But no, I for legal,
because that's my mental clarity.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea and I know that's your place of like joy and happiness, and your body, and that's your thing. Like you don't miss that. Like I don't care what day, week, I don't care what time, I don't care who, what, when, where, how, why you are going to your classes. I am shocked to my very core. You just rattled me. I'm so concerned.
It's so
right
hard.
Now.
Like I get up in the morning, I'm like.
To not be able to do Pilates for you, that's
like breathing.
I mean, it's part of your being.
It's become so much of who I am.
Oh, that we're gonna have to talk about that later.
Yeah.
Anywho,
so that's been weird, but yeah. Anyways, I had some soul searching, but it was wonderful to see the sunrise and the sunset.
Things happen for a reason, and I say you were able to be there, and
yes. Yes, 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 absolutely. But seeing the sunrise and sunset, you think how, obviously being on the water, you see the great, the actual like real, but you think about like, who the fuck does that every day? Unless you live down there, no one's getting up at 4:00 in the morning and driving to Malibu to look at it.
My sister-in-law. She might not be in Malibu, but yeah.
But you know what I mean? Or going wherever. But it's like,
I'm grateful for it when I do it.
Yeah, but when you do it, I was so grateful. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my gosh. If you go on my Facebook page, you can look and see, like, I post on there like 3 times a year. But I posted when I was in San Antonio, Texas, but nonetheless, it was quiet. And Jet and I were in the hotel. That's a fun trip I'll tell you about. If you ever want to go on a fun trip with your kid for like affordable. Anywho, woke up in the hotel and it was just so quiet. And I went outside and I have this whole paragraph on there saying how grateful I am watching the sunrise today. And just how nice and necessary it is for your being and your soul, especially this day and age, to sit quietly in nature.
I absolutely cannot agree with you more. That's how I felt. I felt like
so necessary.
Take everything for granted.
I know. Sometimes it's like you just need to be like, just cancel a noise and just be
off the fucking noise.
Turn everything and to just not overthink and to just a few minutes, like just be.
I'll tell you exactly, just be. And I left there and I was like,
oh, gosh,
it was really
so much gratitude fills your heart, right?
So
I thought that was just me. That's so
like,
interesting.
God just, it's greatest things. And then
you're literally reading my post.
You know what I mean? I was just sitting there and I'm like, what the, of course I'm saying what the fuck as I'm talking about God, but you know what I mean? Like I'm saying this because I've seen sunrises. Of course I have, but like once in a while. Sunsets more, but sunrises.
Which is crazy because I promise you and I both know sun rises and sets every day. Every single day. Like that's how we know it's the next day. Like that's, I mean,
it is how we know.
But it's the craziest thing, right? How often, you know what? That's interesting. How often are we all,
But we just go with the flow. Everything is robots. We're robots, right? We get up, we do this, we take our kids to school. And I've talked about this before. We do this,
We're programmed.
We go to lunch, we do this. Husband comes home, we feed it at dinner, and then you recycle.
We're programmed. And I'm sorry, call it conspiracy theory, whatever you want to say. We really are like programmed to be what, and tired people, what do tired people not do? If they're working 9 to 5 and have 300 pounds on their, their plate only, instead of coming together as a community, they're separating us all. They're separating the families. They're breaking apart families. They're breaking apart the family unit. They're breaking apart the, community unit. And they're making us all like individual, like worker bees that are too tired to rise up and, be amazing.
Appreciate what we have around us that doesn't cost $1.
And it takes just the time to be alone. And there's studies done on this, which I'm sorry, but I love my studies.
No, you do.
Where I love where there's like, not that I think that's the end game, but like scientific facts. And when you have literal like, and like literal numbers showing that like, oh my gosh, this is a thing. And it's like a real thing.
I felt so, and tell me if I'm on the same page as you. Like I felt so, besides appreciative and gratitude, I just felt like, wow, like kind of like a wow factor. Like I sat there every day except the last day just because I was in my room and just like kind of packing up and stuff. And I looked out, but I didn't sit and look at it. I saw it, but I just didn't sit and appreciate.
Well, sit and quiet and just be one with it.
Yes,
kind of like,
and I was like,
in all its glory.
As a society, as a country, as a world, as a unit, like all of it, we are so, I don't even know. We just don't appreciate what we have.
We do not.
And then we want other things and we want all of this stuff, but this is free and it's every day. And my mind felt so like.
I'm going to read you my little blurb here because it was 3 posts ago and this was back in November. Yeah. So clearly I post a lot. But so this is my picture. I mean, I don't know if anyone can see it. It's just a sunset just in the middle of like nowhere. And it's just on the balcony of a very vacant hotel, but it was great and it was affordable, 5 stars.
Perfect.
As I have watched the sunrise, and it's particularly quiet and beautiful. Where to go? Quiet and beautiful part of Texas. I realize how necessary it is this day and age to intentionally sit alone in quiet, in or near nature, and simply just be. So this is funny. My grandmother, when she moved from Burbank to the middle of wonderfully nowhere in Elmo, Utah, used to say, "It's so quiet out here, I can hear my fingernails growing."
Which is a fly fart.
Which is true though, because she grew up in Burbank, and she's in Burbank where it's like traffic everywhere.
Yes.
And she used to say, I could hear it. And looking back, that's so descriptive. So I said, which is so descriptive and on point with reality of the area. Elmo, Utah is the middle of actual like nowhere. There's like 46 people related to them all. But how blessed one is to experience that kind of quiet. It is only now coming to my attention. I said, I thank God for each day and for not kicking me to the curb all the years I was mentally and emotionally incompetent.
I love it.
But I said, in fact, thank you to all of you who have stuck by me until now. Have a wonderful Saturday. Hope you all find a moment of peace and quiet. Literally, just
quiet.
that was one of my last posts.
It's the appreciation,
and it's just great.
and
so
it's the quiet.
you get filled with, like, how much gratitude. And that was my little thing I put on Facebook, but I was filled with actual gratitude.
Oh yeah, I was like, I
love
do
that you
this.
felt the same.
Why
That's
did
interesting.
why do I not do this? And
why do I not do? Why I asked myself, why? And I saw like stray cats out there. Never would have seen. I would never even know they were there. And I have like 3 new best friends. I fed them. We're friends now. Jet saw them when he caught up on us.
We have necklaces that says "Be Free," and you have the other piece that says "End" and "I end" or whatever.
Yeah, and we meowed at each other, and they showed me their babies. I mean, all the things.
Yeah, it was really appreciative, and I know that you would appreciate that a lot. And I want to also.
I love that. That's so interesting.
Oh,
that
it was wonderful,
landed.
and I just did a lot of like kind of just searching, just quiet. No noise searching. And people think, oh, I talk a lot, you talk a lot. I think that's why we are so compatible, because we just love to talk. But I will tell you, when there is pure fucking quiet, I enjoy it.
I need it.
I enjoy it. I don't
prioritize it enough.
It doesn't, sometimes it happens just organically, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm okay with this silence. I'm okay with this silence. I don't need to say anything. I don't need to do anything. I could close my eyes. I can open my eyes. I don't have to stare out the window.
I love that moment where you don't feel like, see, when I have too much anxiety, now I'm over talking because I'm like, and that's something I'm really working on currently.
Yeah, it's tough. And you have a couple hindrances with that, meaning that you're
I'm mentally defective. I know.
No,
it's okay.
no. I don't believe that. I believe that your mind just goes at 180.
Oh, it does.
And it never turns off.
But
so it's exhausting.
When it does, it's beautiful. And I am filled with gratitude.
Of course.
And so many feelings of good, positive things.
I knew you would appreciate that. I actually saved that for you. Okay, so I want to ask, I'm laughing
you
because
should challenge your viewers, or listeners, to go go watch sunrise, sunset, or even just go in nature for 10 minutes, uninterrupted silence, somewhere that you can go anywhere, and see what people, where they go, and see what they feel. And
it was really also interesting.
Like
one of Kim's, I went on for Kim's birthday, which I'm not going to get into because I want to talk to you. But one of the things in line with that is her cousin. I roomed with both of her cousins. And her one cousin was awesome. And I've known Kim since I was 8. But here's the thing. I felt like I had met all of her family, but I hadn't specifically. I've heard about this cousin for 100 years. I guess I had never officially met her. She was really great. She would go out every morning. She would do some kind of like little power walk, maybe a little jog, run, whatever. That's fine.
Life goals.
Then she would come up, change, get her swimsuit on, or get her like rash guard and her thing. She would go snorkeling.
I love that actually.
4 hours. Like, I love 3 to 4 hours.
So I've learned to love snorkeling, and okay, she's cool, but like that's a lot.
She would come. She would be so excited on that. She would show the fish she saw.
Okay, can I?
And then she would. Yeah, and I was like, and she was so.
Oh my gosh, she's
excited.
But see, that's me. Like I am 5 years old at heart, and I see people like her. I love because it's the little things, and I genuinely am so excited. I got these crab things from Walmart the other day, but I'm so excited. But like it's the little things, and when they genuinely make you happy, like to me, it's worth the $4 a crab. Or when you're snorkeling, like. That's my favorite part of my whole adventure, was snorkeling with my family.
She was so excited, and it was so genuine, and it was so appreciative, and she was just like, and she had the most jacked up sunburn. Because she's on, she's floating. And one day I said,
collateral damage.
She's like, I think I got a little sunburn. She takes it off. It looks like she's still wearing a shirt with crisscrosses. And I was like, everything's fine.
She's wearing a red t-shirt.
You got to see the fish. You're fine.
But did she come up with? She brought them up to shore to show you guys.
Well, she was showing us.
She's sharing her joy. She's like a child. I love her.
Yeah, she was so funny, and
I've never met you, but you sound wonderful.
Okay, so. Some things that we were chatting about on a sidebar is
nature's awesome. Go be in it. Be quiet. Shush.
Be quiet. Listen. Enjoy nature, because I'm telling you, it was awesome. And
it's so underrated.
You just don't appreciate shit.
And you know what? There's like birds everywhere.
Everywhere.
And they're just singing. And I where I stopped to notice them when I was in Africa, and I still joke about it. My husband knows what I say. Do. There's this bird, and it was everywhere we went. And it's the do bird. And we kind of joke. It's like the family joke. And I loved that bird. It was do. But when I got home, I started listening more to like the birds in our neighborhood even.
Because you didn't pay attention. There's always so much
sad
noise.
Is that though? But
there's always so much noise.
And it's not good noise. It's noise from like this little nightmare here, that I can't live without supposedly, but I really should.
Or TV, like people will sit, like David, the
let's not
second
talk
David
about
gets
that.
home, he turns on the TV. Well, he gets home very late. So usually he turns on the TV.
Mike gets home early from golf, but he turns on the TV.
Eats his dinner and he has the TV on. Where I can go days without ever turning the TV on.
Hi, 10. Me too. Yes, I love that you're like that. No, because I can't too. It drives me crazy.
Okay, so let's
It's
talk
so much extra noise too.
So let's talk about a couple things that we kind of talked about. I thought would be funny as kind of the back half of our conversation because, conversations go quick and, we have to.
Not for us, but okay.
Not for us. Ours is 17 layers and you'll come back,
3
obviously.
days later.
But okay, so are you turning 40 this year?
Already there, baby.
You turned 40 when?
Yes, I'm sorry. I can say it without barfing now, yes. On August 28th of, last year.
You turned 40? Did you have a party?
Sure.
Because if you did, my invitation got lost.
I had no party. There was I was not celebrating. There was a mourning, part.
Why do you feel that there was a mourning though?
I don't. Well,
is it because
I'm just weird. I never really honestly look. I was young and dumb, and I lived in the moment. Again, I thanked everybody on my little post there for putting up with me when I was mentally incompetent and emotionally clueless. But I just never really pictured 40. And then when I am 40, I'm like, wow. I mean, I never really knew what 40 would look like, but 40 just seems like that was for old people.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still 23 in my head and holding
I'm 32. I'm 32 in my head and it's bananas.
Yeah, I mean, right. I for sure. And I'm still a new mom. My kid's 10. And I have a 19-year-old son.
My little peanut. Oh, she just turned 10.
I'm still I'm still a new mom, which is weird. And guess what?
Huh.
I have news.
Huh.
We're announcing it officially to the world.
Huh.
Not me, not my news. But in some, I don't know if people have blended families, but roundabout way, I am, for the all intents and purposes, going to be a grandmother. So Mike's stepson, the oldest one, the older one, him and his girlfriend, who I won't name their names quite yet, but they're going to have a baby girl.
Hot dog.
And he calls Mike dad, and he's working for his plumbing company now. It's Mike, Rita and Sons.
That's awesome.
Yes, it's amazing. But I was so excited. So she's 5 months along, and I get to throw her a baby shower, and I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, you are.
I know. I'm grandma life. Forget having my own daughter. I'm gonna steal yours sometimes. Oh my grandma life is the best life. I mean, and especially when I'm young and I don't mean young, but 40, at 40, I could be the funnest grandma ever.
You look a day over 22. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you. You're lovely.
Your nails tell you you're 18.
Thank you for noticing. And you know what? I'd love to know what people think about that. Is this too much? I know I'm 40, but you know what? Some people do art. I do my nails. I don't pay somebody to do them. I do them. And I enjoy doing them. I have fun doing them. Everybody should do them.
You know what's interesting is Whitney does.
It's not that easy. It's not that hard.
She has this whole area. We actually organized it one time. This massive, some people have a little basket of their nail stuff. She has 4 carts and
I have one cart that has a pop-up table.
But it has a pop-up
it's
table.
It's all in one.
And it has this thing and it's this and it's the powders. And she even gave Charlotte some of the little doodads, which she uses now for slime. And she's very excited about with the slime. Anyways, but it's so
slime,
funny.
By the way, good for cleaning out the nooks and crannies in your car, but go ahead.
Yes. And but anyways, one day she's like, let's do this nail thing. And I'm like, okay, thinking it's a little, dollar basket. And it's this whole, I don't want to say contraption, but it's this whole thing. It probably was $100, $200.
A functional piece of equipment.
Do you actually, because most clients I'll say, do you actually do your nails? And they'll be like, no, I just go get them done. She's like, I do them all the time.
Every week and a half. And if I get bored earlier, maybe before that.
It's so crazy.
But see, the problem is once I went long, because I was a mom, a new mom, and I didn't want to scratch my, so, I had short, French tip for years.
What were you going to say? Once you go long, what?
It's not a joke. Once you go long, once I've had them this long, and I went long and square, I when I have them shorter, I'm like, ew, I look like a boy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. It's, once you go long, you can't go back. So once
you go long, you can't go back. I don't know that that's how it is, but
it's for nails. For nails. Anyways. And then once I've gone colorful, I'm like, I can't go back to. I can't go back to boring. Let's. Neutrals are so in right now, and almond shape, and I'm like, that looks like the rich girl manicure. I'm like, great, good for you, and I love that for you and your cuticles, and I think that's great. But I'm like, so these give me joy. So if you don't like them, I don't care. They do give you joy,
and that's the thing. They give you joy. I would never do that, but you would do it, and you'd have.
And I have so much fun doing them, and I love to
And you have all of the stuff. You have all of the stuff.
But I get it all for real cheap because I don't shop on Shein for much. I know, and this is not sponsored. But they do have them and Amazon for my nail stuff. And honestly, like forget name brand stuff. Like you can do your nails for so cheap, and it's good if not better than some of the higher end, more expensive brands.
Oh yeah, it's getting so expensive too.
If anybody wants nail specifics that I use, hit me up.
Hit me up because you have all of them. But I want to ask you. Okay, since you turned 40, which I don't know that I knew that. Maybe I did. I don't know.
Either way, I'm proud I'm here.
So what have you noticed about? Has anything changed on your body that you've noticed? Like more little cricks?
Are there like men that are listening to this? Because I don't know if they want to hear this per se.
I mean, I think everybody listens to it.
So as I've gotten older, I realized that, so I used to like have a period, like, most women do. Not all, but nonetheless, I don't know what happened. I used to have it for it was textbook, okay? I used to have a textbook period. Okay, great. As I've gotten older, especially the last 2 years, and my sister, I hope she just had a hysterectomy because of this problem, which is I bleed. It's like spotty for like 3 days. And then I didn't know that you could survive the what I see and go through for 2 days.
The carnage.
Yes. I mean,
that's weird.
The human body is crazy.
Have you talked to your doctor?
Oh yeah. No.
Just part of
it is what it is now. And my sister again has the same thing. But hers is like even worse than mine, which I was like, that is alarming. So, but when she told no, but that apparently that alarming is when you need to go to the doctor and you literally had to have things removed, and it's like she had to have blood transfusions. Like she was not okay. So she's okay now, but it was scary.
That's bananas.
And I just hope I'm not getting there. But nonetheless, no, I don't know what it is.
Is that genetic though?
Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna have to look into that, but I'm not sure. But
your sister has it doesn't mean anything. Just means it because she could have had it.
Right. But she also had problem conceiving. I mean, she has her. We call Mia her Mia-sicle because she was a little frozen girl for a while.
Yeah,
and that's amazing. But me, I accidentally just one day. So,
and what other cricks and things with your body?
Why are you pointing? How do you know? Have you heard my knee crick?
You have the worst knees ever, and one is bad. Didn't you have I'm
going to let this lead into our next conversation topic. But so I do have one bad knee. But I do creak when I walk up my stairs. That's weird that you know that. And I have, yes.
And
Jace is okay. So my stepson, he says, I literally can hear you when you come up the stairs. I hear he can hear my knee.
Because you remember you would wear a knee brace and everything.
But not up until that point. That only happened a couple years ago. And I was perfectly healthy until then. I have scoliosis and some posture issues.
Let me stand up straighter and lean back. And
I have some posture issues.
Get the core going.
And engage the core. But scoliosis is no fun. But as I've gotten older, I do notice that I do need to take more care.
So what
of my
happened
body.
at the trampoline park?
So short story long. This is not a joke when I tell you this. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. I want to hear.
Okay, so I used to be, keyword, the fun mom, where I would go to the trampoline park and I'd be like, all right, I'm ready for my best workout all year long. I'm going to burn more calories here. And I would leave there sweating profusely. I promise you. It was kind of gross.
Doubt that.
And that was great.
I sweat walking in.
But I got videos of me on the ninja course because I made my kids videotape me because I was like, people aren't going to believe me. And I'm glad I have that because I'm like, But I would the douchebag that I am, I would judge the other moms that were sitting on the sidelines. And I was like, how sad for you.
Why don't you participate with your children?
Yeah, and I loved it. I did love it. I would go and we'd have so much fun. I would bounce around with my kids and I'd be bouncing them high and, jumping around trampoline park. I mean, buck wild, just so much fun, genuine fun and togetherness and happiness and joy. And it was my favorite thing to do with them. But me, I'm a jerk and I was a judgmental biznatch. I was not okay. I genuinely judged these women. And I was like, how sad for them.
They're just on their phones and they're not.
Yeah, I'm going to be on your phone. Okay, maybe if you have a business call, but I know you're not on one. Looking back, this is what I get. So this is what you get when you judge other people's journey. When
your
you judge
karma train came.
Right. When you consciously judge any other person because you don't know what their struggle is, it's going to come back and it's going to bite you. And I have more than one example, but this is a good one because I promise you when I was on my trampoline just one afternoon, jumping with my kiddos and neighbor was over and I don't know what happened, but I looked down and my left knee just went, and it just, and I got, eventually it swelled up. It was so huge. I was trying to play it off like it didn't hurt, but I thought I was going to die.
But inside you were dead?
Yeah, no, inside I was dying. And I was like, oh no, I'm fine. Because I finally got the neighbor to anyway, it was the worst timing. It was horrible. Everything went wrong, but that day changed my life. I can now not take my kids to the trampoline park and jump with them. And I now sit on the sidelines and I'm like,
and look at your phone.
Do you want me to cry on the podcast? Because like, no, but it's okay. But I'm like, I'm so, and now I've been humbled and I'm so sorry that it took that for me to realize that, but I'm so sorry if I've ever judged you and you're maybe your bad knees, your bad back.
I'm so sorry.
No, but like thinking of all the things that people could have wrong, that my jerk off, like who am I to like judge you?
Who are you,
What a piece
Whitney?
of crap. But you know what I mean? Like, and you know what? I have been humbled and I sat down and I here I am.
Humbled, and then I sat my
Be
bad
humble.
knee ass down.
Sit down.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and I did. I sat and I stayed and I cried, you know, on the sidelines, you know.
So what happened? Did it just pop back into place?
Oh, you know, but I mean, I ripped and tore it. I ripped and tore everything in my whole knee. Every time I think it's healing, yep, it goes out again. So guess what? It hadn't popped out in like a few months. And there it went the other weekend, doing nothing. I literally cannot run at full speed anymore. Oh, and then I went to throw a football, went out again. It's a joke. It's pathetic. And it's.
They haven't told you to get surgery? Or you don't want to get surgery?
I don't want to get surgery, but I mean, it's a long story. That's the fun. That's the
boring story.
But we're working on it, and don't judge other people's by their journey because you don't know what they're going through.
And I don't judge you that you wear black leggings every day because I do too.
Thank you.
Literally. I'm not wearing them today. I mean, right now, but I was wearing them earlier at work today. So tell me what's your favorite pair of black leggings that now you've discovered?
Okay, and unfortunately not sponsored once again, but
maybe it could happen.
No, I just found them. I don't love like fast fashion. I'm not a huge fan, and look, I'm tall, so I have long legs. And I'm picky with my leggings, so they have to be. They have to check all my boxes, so they have to have pockets. Otherwise, my phone will be missing. It'll be gone. I won't find it.
Remember we were organizing, and she wouldn't know where something went. She says, "Oh, goes in the other room." She would just start loading her pockets, loading her shirt, and I'm like,
but mostly my pockets because they're stretchy, and so in those little side pockets when you're working at home and you don't care.
Don't you want to just walk it over?
Like I'm like a little squirrel with like on my leggings, like you know, like instead of my cheeks, I got nuts in my pockets.
Oh my god, I got nuts in my pockets.
But like when I'm cleaning, I'm like, yeah, and I'm not wearing jeans, like I'm not wearing overalls. I mean, maybe in the garden, but no, like they're the most functional thing. And by the way,
what brand do you like now?
Halara.
Where do you get it?
Halara.com.
Oh.
And
I've seen that website.
Look, I'm wearing them right now.
Jeans like that.
Yes. So I haven't ordered those ones yet, but I gotta say, they're my new favorite thing. Okay, and I'm wearing them right now, and I will stand up at the end maybe and show you. So that I put them on, and I was like, oh.
I see that it comes on Instagram. They lure you.
Yeah, they lure you. But
lure you.
I'm not usually, I don't like, but they said they came in tall or something. And I saw something and I was like, oh, okay. So I clicked, I ordered them. Let me tell you, I put them on my body and I don't know how or where or why, but I love them.
The magic happen?
The underneath this butt, like little like tight pot. I don't know how to describe it, but look it up. I don't know. I
don't know what a tight pot means of your butt.
I can't stand up to show you, but like, underneath your bum, there's like, okay, so first of all, scrunch butt, which if anybody needs to have like a better butt, because I have no butt because I'm a white girl. Yeah. It's a scrunch. So it like has a little, scrunch, which makes your booty look like you have one, which is 5 stars. Okay. And then it goes down into a V, making, again, the assets look, like you have some. And then there's this, I don't know, it's like compression, like in the right places. It's like a push-up bra for your butt. Yes, that's what it is. There you go. I got there.
There you go. Because you wear them every day. That's all she. So when
these ones, I wear them. I don't know if anybody else can tell, but I walk around. I'm like, I feel. When you feel confident in what you're wearing, I'm like, I don't know if anybody else can tell or see, but like, I feel really good. So I look great right now.
So when I met Whitney,
and I'm comfortable.
They had just kind of redone their house. We were kind of starting every room, everything, but her closet had just gotten custom. So she had this great situation where all the pants had these special bars, and she had like a few pairs of jeans, but then 35 pairs of black leggings.
My
and I'm like, do you have any other like colored leggings? Do I need to make space? And you're like, there's like one. And I was like, at the time, and I'm laughing because I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, but I'm the same way. I only wear black leggings. But the thing for me is like when I'm at Pilates or something, or when I was go to Pilates and maybe go straight to work and just change my shirt, like I'm sweaty and I don't want people to see your sweat in like light colors.
Thank you.
I don't want to see it in light colors because you see girls
and I didn't
that
know
walk
that.
around and they have it in the places you don't want to see.
And I've seen that and I'm like, oh, she'll figure it out. But like, it's okay. I'm not judging you. However,
but I might be.
However, I don't want to be that person.
I don't. Everyone's like, you look so good in color. I'm like, the reason I don't is I sweat a lot.
Great. And I'll wear color when I'm wearing a dress that's like, windy and breezy on the beach. Yeah, on the beach, right?
Breezy on the beach.
Chiffon or something. Great.
Yes. Okay.
But leggings, make them black and
oh my God,
and don't sweat.
It's funny you say that because I've just been starting to see those because I'm like, those have like these jeans and then they have these leggings and they have these other weird pants.
And I wanted to hate them, but they had a sale. So I did try them. I did some returns, but they were easy, 5 stars on that. And I was kind of like, all right. So I kind of love them right now, and I'll get back to you on the rest.
So what are...
Oh, and they have shirts with built-in bras, too.
Oh, they do? I can't do that, though. I have a little different situation on top.
I do love product recommendations. I'm just saying. So
I love it.
that's like gold for me.
We love it because,
Take me a long time to learn all
people
this
will
crap.
love when we talk about their products. Last thing I'm going to ask you is, before we wrap it up, is what are your 3, I think I know what yours are. What are your 3 favorite items?
As far as beauty, clothing, or essentials in my household?
I would say beauty.
Beauty items?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one. So besides my lash extensions, if I wouldn't get those, it's going to be the Benefit Roller Curl Mascara
And
or Monsieur Big.
okay.
He's from Lancome.
Yes.
I don't know why it's a he, but it is. But yeah, that's like instant woo, and it comes off easily. But the curl, that's amazing mascara. I do love
I know something you love. I don't know if it's your top one though.
lip gloss, of course.
Well, I mean, of course, that's like a gimme.
There's like this one on Amazon that's like $5 for like 5 of them, and it's amazing. It lasts forever. I think I told you about that for Charlotte.
Of course you did.
Beauty wise, let's see. I love my heatless curls that I didn't wear today.
The thing.
Yeah,
Isn't it
so the
things
people are
you
crazy.
roll-
And I'm like, I had these way before all these YouTubers were wearing them. I'm like, I knew about this forever ago.
You have
I need
this
to have my own
whole
channel.
kit of them. Like this massive kit of like,
and it's the weirdest thing. And I'm gonna bring one on my next spot because you shove this stick through it, and like, I mean, I'm pretty sure like the newer generations, younger, have seen them. But I'm
Newer.
like, I had this
Yeah,
way
yeah.
before y'all did. Like, I promise you, I've been looking crazy with my heatless curls forever, and they are fantastic. And if you know how to use them, they are gold, actual
That's
gold.
why I was curious if you were going to say it because I'm like, I remember opening this drawer, the entire drawer was this, and I'm like, what is this?
I have
crap?
a new way to store them, by the way, that will save you if you ever want to pack them. I have a new way to like store them.
And you would pack them.
Yeah.
Like
I'm taking those with me. Those are coming. I'm not leaving them. I'm not using a curling iron and ruining my hair. I bought it. It's mine now. Hello. Let's keep it nice.
I love it. Okay, so what clothing? I know black leggings. What other clothing items?
So right now I'm really onto these dresses that have built-in shorts because I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like the tennis kind of dresses?
Yes, but they're
Everybody's
good.
wearing those.
I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know, but I was. Yeah, so we were going to Las Vegas. I know, big time. Stayed in this big old suite. It had to be fancy, but I had multiple activities. It was gonna be boiling out there, and I was like, "What do you wear?" Like, I don't go to Vegas. Like, I don't wear heels. It's not happening.
Or flippies. And
So I that same dress with the shorts built in underneath that I got from Amazon. I have pictures I can show. We can post later, whatever. Really cute. Just Converse and. That dress was so comfortable, and you don't have to feel uncomfortable because I'm like, cool, I can squat down, nobody's seeing anything. I got a pocket because I can fit my things. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie,
because it's easy. I feel like it's easy.
Easy, and it's so functional, and I love it.
Perfect.
That's
Give me
the
one
best
more.
thing
Give me
ever.
one last thing.
What can't I live without? Let's see.
What's a household thing?
My craft box.
Your craft box. Okay, let me explain this craft box to you. So when I first talked to Whitney, we talked. Did we talk on the phone before, or did we just text before we actually met? Was it a phone?
We talked on the phone a little bit.
I think
briefly,
we did.
And
then
I
she
just
goes,
warned you.
Yeah, and she's like, I just finished building this craft box. So I'm thinking like a little, maybe a cart, like a 3-tiered cart that everyone's doing, or the ones with the 12 drawers and the different colors. She said craft box. That's what I thought. I thought of our little tiny peanut children with their little crafts. I come in, her bedroom is pretty big. It was like a living room converted now to a bedroom. So it's definitely spacious. It's like a third of this room.
Oh, no, but it folds up to be a beautiful little box.
So when you open it, it's a third of the room. When you
open, but you can open just one side.
You know one side?
So you can open the two, and then it opens again. So it's a triple open
thing. And then also you can not have the table, but then there's a table
But then
attached.
the table, bam, people come. But the new version has no legs, and you can like 360 in your wheelchair. Amazing. I love it.
And this is a dream for an organizer.
I don't care if it's an organizer or people that have crafts or people that have tools or a lot of things in a little space. I promise you, it's the best investment I've ever made.
Perfectly fit. You don't have to think of anything. It's $80 trillion. We won't talk about that. But she uses it.
And I hate to say it. I want to not say it.
But it's so great. It's so great, but I would never use it.
What? You just blew my mind.
What crafts? What crafts?
I don't care. I keep my tools in there. I keep my I keep my sewing stuff. It's just
I don't sew.
Okay, I don't
know
sew either.
button.
But like I do like tie-dye. Charlotte's, doodads that you talk about. Okay,
Charlotte.
She could put the doodads in
cost
it. They
of
would
that,
have a
she
home.
can put
All my tape measures. Guess what? My kids are like, Mom, where's it? Third drawer down on the left. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I can tell you. I can tell you where every exact thing is, and I know exactly where it is. And ask me.
What's the name of the company?
Me. They used to be called something fun, but they're called Create Room now.
I see it sometimes pop up, but I blew my mind. I'm
Worth
like,
it.
wait,
Do it.
She goes, it took me like 6 months to put together.
Okay, because it was in my garage for like 2, and it comes on a pallet and it is large. You can get it halfway built, but it is pricey.
Yes, it's
but you can make payments. But I hate to tell people to spend a lot of money, but I promise you,
if
this
you
thing
are a craft person, I honestly think
change
it
your
blows
life and do yourself a favor.
life.
I wish I would have bought this the day I saw it. Like I love with a capital L.
When she's
this
like,
thing.
you could help me with get my craft thing over. I'm thinking, 10 drawers, I'll probably take 20 minutes. It was like, this is a day.
It was multiple days, and I've had to reorganize it since then. But I have school stuff in like one. I have for poster boards. So like Jet needs a school craft. I literally have a bin. I just pull it out. I know right where to find it. Oh, you need new pencils? Cool. Pencils, rulers, those are in one thing. It literally, there's a box for everything that I own.
More than everything.
More than everything you own. Like, you know what? Half of your garage, you don't even need like space for that. Like it fits so many things that it's like, if you have a small space, buy it. If you have a large space, buy it, because you're going to know where everything is.
She is truly the spokesperson for it.
I don't, and I'm not, they don't sponsor me at all. I've gotten nothing free from them. I paid a lot of money for them actually. But I have to say it changed my actual life, and it's changed the way that I can, with my ADHD, I can find things now.
That was also what I was going to say. Huge. For you, that was the perfect thing, because you literally do so many things. Like she does all the crafts that people say they don't. She does all this stuff. I don't do any of that shit. Do I think it's the most amazing thing for you, knowing where everything is, and like kind of you don't have to do and get sidetracked. You just go to that mothership.
It's not like in different clear bins throughout like the yard that in different. No, it's just the soul of my being, like the center of my universe is literally that craft box.
That is your mothership.
It's my mothership.
100%.
5 stars. 10 stars.
10 stars. So if anyone does crafts, if anyone doesn't know, and you have, a disposable income and you have the space for it, I'm telling you.
You don't need disposable income. If you can make payments because you work hard and you just want something to work for your life and not have you work for it, do it.
It's amazing.
And hello, Create Room, if you want to give me a call. Mine doesn't always look beautiful, but I know where everything is.
So on that note, I'm going to say this. 2 things. One is, thank you so much for being on the show, on the podcast.
Thank you for letting me come talk to you. And
you can talk to me anytime. Anytime. I love it. Because you're hilarious, just like me. And me, just like you.
I can be.
But I also want to say, I like that you talk about, your ADHD, because it is something I see all the time.
Which is crazy.
And we bonded because we met, because I helped you organize, but we also bonded because we get along very, very well.
And you're hilarious.
But she was honest from the beginning, and she would say, I know I'm all over the place. And she is, but it's okay. It's fine.
But see,
you're
for
not
everybody.
Alone, but you're not alone. And that was the one thing is like, so many of my clients, they don't want to say it. I can tell right away now. I can tell right away when it's a little bit elevated, but you're not alone. And I love that you're giving things that work for you, because guess what? There's a gajillion, bazillion, which I don't know what the count of that is, but that's a lot of people. You're not alone. And I appreciate you being honest about it.
Misery loves company, all that. But no, it is good to know you're not alone, because a lot of times I feel like I'm the only one who's this just malfunctioning in my brain. But it's taken me a lot of years. I mean, at least 40 to find those things that work for me, those systems, like you always say, that work for me. And I'm so grateful that you helped me to get there. And I love that you don't make me feel like crap about that. Or you don't make me feel awkward, and look at me like, why are you so crazy all over the place? Because and you understand, and you're so compassionate. And I hope every home organizer or anybody that goes into people's personal spaces and helps them
lives, yes,
does what you do and just doesn't make them feel horrible and judge them. You're just so able to work with it and understanding, and I love you for that.
Thank you. And I try to make it fun, because I know sometimes it's stressful and for people and for you, when you would wander off into a room and I'd see you 35 minutes later and I'm like, am I still standing here holding this thing? Yes, I am. But then I realized, okay, I can move on to something else.
It's like a fishing rod, and you come and you reel me back in.
And she's so great and really appreciative, but I do try to make it fun, and I appreciate you. You know that.
You make me feel like I can breathe when I'm under those high stress situations, and that is actual life. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. Hopefully in a couple months, we'll do this again.
So many more things to talk about.
And we have 2 trillion, billion, zillion things to talk about.
Amen. Hallelujah.
So what do you need to do in order to know a new episode drops, Whitney?
I'm going to subscribe, and definitely
follow, subscribe, and follow.
I thought subscribing was good.
How do you get to hear this amazing conversation? Subscribe, follow.
Subscribe, and follow.
Thank you so much.
It's so simple. It's 3 words.
It's so simple.
Subscribe, and follow.
You can make it a song, a ditty. Thank you so much. Look forward to talking to you next time. Thank you.
It's been real. I love your face. Thank you.
Thanks. That's a wrap on today's episode of Unpacking with Jennifer. I hope you're walking away with a little inspiration and a few practical tips to make life at home just a little bit easier. If you love the episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a new one. And if you found it helpful, I'd love if you left a quick review. It helps more moms like us find the show. This episode was engineered by Robert Altschuler. Music by Coldfire. Recorded and mixed at Command Recording Studios.